Hi, hello, namaste. Welcome back to our channel, Balaji English Language Learners. This is Jyothi. We are back again here with a new video on English grammar adverbial clauses. So now, friends, what is an adverbial clause? Before that, let us go on with what is an adverb. Okay, so adverbs are those words which are used to modify the verbs. Okay, it could be a single word such as quickly, here, or yesterday. A phrase such as day before yesterday or to see my mother. This is also an adverb. It can also be a clauses containing a subject and a full verb. Next, if we move on to the further thing here, what are adverbs, adverbial phrases, and adverbial clauses? See here. Look at these sentences. I saw the movie yesterday. So here, yesterday is an adverb. All right. Here, yesterday is an adverb. So next, if you go on with, I saw the movie on Friday. It's a phrase. On Friday. Right. That's a phrase. Then if we go on with, I saw the movie before I left for official trip. Here if you observe, as yesterday is an adverb. Adverb phrase is nothing but on Friday. Now a clause, before I left for a trip. So now what is the clause which has the subject plus verb combination, and it also exists without any dependence. It can be a dependent clause or an independent clause. If you observe carefully, yesterday is a one word adverb. On Friday is an adverb phrase. Before I left for the official trip, it's an adverbial clause. So now all which answers the question when. The adverb clause has a subject I and a full verb left here in this sentence. Before I left for official trip. In this clause, if you observe, I is the subject, left is a full verb. Full verb is nothing but the primary verb, or else we call it as a main form of verb or a lexical verb. Alright. Next, it is introduced by, or you can say but before is a word which is combining the sentence so that it became a clause. So it is a dependent clause. An adverb clause is a dependent clause that does the same job as an adverb or an adverb phrase. Okay. Next, if you see the types of adverbial clauses, you have adverbial clause of time, adverbial clause of place, adverbial clause of reason or the cause, adverbial clause of contrast which opposes, adverbial clause of condition, and you also have the adverbial clause of purpose, adverbial clause of result, adverbial clause of manner here. So when you see the adverbial clause of time, it is answer. The question answered is here when. See, after the fruit is harvested, it is sold at the market. When it is sold in the market. After the fruit is harvested, you need to observe one thing. Two clauses you will be having here. One is the fruit is harvested, the other one is it is sold at the market. You have two. What is the first one? What is the second one? You need to observe that and then decide where to use the word after. So the same sentence, after the fruit is harvested, it is sold at the market. You can write in a different way also. How can I write? It is sold at the market. The fruit is sold at the market before it is harvested. Clear? Here I am using after. Here I am using before. The same sentence in a different way. After the fruit is harvested, it is sold at the market. It is. That means the fruit is sold at the market before the fruit is harvested. Before it is harvested. The same way I am writing when using the after and before. So adverbial clause of place here. It is the question answered right here is where. Whenever there are computers, there is Microsoft. Whenever there are computers, there is Microsoft. Where it is telling you the place here. So next, cause, adverbial clause of cause. Why? For what purpose? For what reason it is caused? I didn't call her because I am shy. See, I didn't call her. I am shy. These are the two clauses right here. If you observe carefully, you have two here. What is it? I didn't call her is first one. I am shy is another one. We are combining using an adverbial clause, which is nothing but the word because. It's a reason, so I'm using the word because. Here, if you see, it is divided and it is combined using after. So it is adverbial clause. So whenever is again an adverbial clause. Next, contrast. It's just opposing it. How? It is answer. The question answered is here. How? Although Jay has a master's degree, he works as a store clerk. So although, even though this person is having a master's degree, so highest degree, he works at the store. Clause number 1, clause number 2. And whichever is a dependent clause, that is nothing but adverbial clause. Clear? Next, when we move on with the next one, adverbial clause of condition. Under what conditions this is going on? See, if you save your money, you will be able to go to college. You save your money, you will be able to go to college. If is a condition. If conditions, right? If you save, then only you will be able to go to college. Then it is using as a condition, adverbial clause of condition. Next one. So what is the purpose? What is the reason? The question answered right here is why. She joined a computer course so that she could get a better job. Why did she join? So that. So here, so that is an adverbial clause. One is she joined a computer course. Another one is she could get a better job. We are combining both of them. So if it is a purpose, which is the reason you identify, and before that, you can write the word so that. Because also the same thing here, as you have seen here, she didn't call her, I am shy. For what reason she did not cry? Only because she is shy. So for the reason you add the word to make it an adverbial clause. Then result. What's the result of? The stars are so far away that they can't be seen without telescope. The stars are far away that they can't see without telescope. So the stars are so far away is one thing. Okay, they can't be seen without telescope is another one. I'm combining using that. The result is that. Before the result, I add the word. So it also answers the question how. The manner, how. So ancient people use stars as if they were calendars. So if you see as if, it is the word which is combining the two clauses. Ancient people use the star is one particular thing. They were calendars is another particular clause. The things which are making you an adverbial clause is nothing but as if is a word. After adding it, you are making it as a adverbial clause. Clear? Next, for example, if I say here, the cleaner says she left the printer cartridge here. Normal adverb. See, the cleaner says she left the printer cartridge here. Now, here is an adverb here. Normal adverb. Instead of using that, what do I write here? The cleaner says she left the printer cartridge where she was or where she always leaves it. So, this is again a clause. She always leaves it is one thing. The cleaner says she left the printer cartridge is one clause. I am combining using the word where it became an adverbial clause. Clear? Next, keep pouring until I tell you to stop. Until is a word which is used here because, see, keep pouring. Till when I have to pour? Till I tell you to stop. So, until is a word which is joined to make it as an adverbial clause. I hope you have understood till here. Let us move on to the next part. So now subordinating conjunctions or adverbial clause makers. With what words we are making the adverbial clauses? So the words which are used for the time are like this. After, as, before, as soon as, by the time, once, since, till, until, when, whenever, and while. These are the words which are used for the adverbial clauses of time. So whenever you use these words, this is nothing but the adverbial clause of time. Do remember that it is the type of adverbial clause. What is the type here? Adverbial clause of time. So whenever you use all these words, do identify one thing. You will identify two type of clauses in that. You will see the first one and followed by the second one. What is the first one followed by the second one? If suppose I give you an example like, okay, I brushed my teeth. I brushed my teeth. I had a cup of coffee. So what is the first one? After brushing, you will drink a coffee, or after drinking the coffee, you will brush the teeth? That is the thing, first one. So first one is you will brush the teeth. So after I had brushed my teeth, then you will combine using it. Okay. In such way, you will be using adverbial clauses of time. So whenever you go to the adverbial clauses of place, the words like where, wherever, everywhere we use. For example, I say, I am here. I am in the same place where I was yesterday. See, I am in the same place is one clause. I was yesterday is the second one. When I'm combining it, I'm using the word where. Clear? Next, it's a reason. For the reason you use the words like because, now, that, since, as long as, so that. All these words are nothing but the adverbial clauses of cause. These are the conjunctions. What are the conjunctions? Joining words. So these type of joining words we are combining only to make it as an adverbial clause. We are using the conjunctions to make it an adverbial clause. Okay? Is that clear? So next, if you go on with the contrast, completely different, I said. Although, though, even though, while, whereas. So here, although, even though, while, whereas. So although or even though the meaning is same, but we use that word in a different context. That's it. The meaning is completely the same thing. Okay. So even though I am suffering from fever, I went to college. Even though I am suffering from fever, I went to school. Though it was late, I am home. So when I'm using these words, do understand the usage of this word when I'm using in a sentence right here. So it's just a contrast. So if you are getting fever, you have to take the rest. But still I went to school. That is a contrast form. One is opposing each other. Is that clear? In the two clauses, one will be opposing the each other one. So if you see the condition wise, if you work hard, you will pass. If you run away, you are not going to get a good result. So here also when you see the condition, if you do that, then only it applies. In case that, provided that, unless you work hard, you're not going to succeed. Unless. See the words where I'm using. So then the purpose, so that, in order to, so that. So with the so, you can also have a combination of that. Instead of that, you can write only so, or you can write only that also, depending on the sentence need. Okay. So if you go on with the adverbial clause of result, so that. He is so good that I am unable to control. Okay. He is so good that I am unable to leave him. Right. So he is in such a way that, see, when I'm using that, you can use this word combination. Clear? The result. Before is a question mark here, and you're writing a result also there. Okay. Then the adverbial clauses of manner, as if, as though, just as, like. So if you take this is just like you are using the similes, right? The similes are nothing but the same thing, like comparison, right? Suppose if I say she is like a star, she is as good as like as. You can use anything, and anything. But it should give you the answer for the question, manner, how. Is that clear? Next. Let us go on with an example here. Just a small tip here, if you see here, when an adverbial clause is at the starting of the sentence, it is usually followed by a comma. So when you're using it in the starting, after one sentence, you put comma and complete the next line. Clear? After one clause, if I'm not wrong, not of the sentence, after one clause. See, when I dropped my hand, jump over the line. See, first one is I drop my hand is one clause, jump over the line is second one. So I'm using the adverbial clause at the starting. So when I drop my hand, put comma and then write the next part of the clause. If suppose you are using this particular thing in the middle, so how you can use that? Jump over the line when I drop my hand. That time you don't use any comma. Is that clear? When I drop my hand, comma, jump over the line. Why I'm using comma here? Because we are using the adverbial clause at the starting of the sentence. Clear? So if the same thing, if I'm using it in middle, then how the line should be? Jump over the line when I drop my hand. The same way you can write, but the meaning should be different. Meaning will be same. The way you write will be different. Is that clear? That time you don't use comma when you write this one as a starting part. It's just a tip. Do remember. So there's a practice for 2 questions here. Do Understand the concept and comment the answer right here below in the comment box. If you're watching the video for the first time, please like, share, subscribe, and comment our channel. Okay. So my first question right here for you is, you will have to pay higher insurance dash you buy a sports car. So you will have to pay higher insurance dash you buy a sports car. Whether the answer is if, before, so that, although, just think for a minute and write the answer in the comment box. I'm waiting for your answers. And the second question is, you need proper shoes to go hiking in the mountains dash the ground is rough and hard. Even though, so that, because, or before. Do see that if you really don't understand the concept, please do watch the video once again. Any doubts in any particular part, please do mention me in the comment box so that I can tell you in a different way. The same topic can be taught to you in a different ways so that you get a clear idea about it. This is useful to you. I hope you understood till here. If still you have any doubts or queries, please do ask me in the comment box. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.